Good morning to all the pupils, staff and parents of Shipley College. Hip, hip, hooray, January and February are out of the way. It's Monday the 1st of March and in 7 days you will be back in school. And the weather has been showing its appreciation as well. What a glorious weekend it was, and I hope that it had everyone in the best of spirits. We will start as ever with the Rev.
Thank you, Mr. Howe. Good morning, everyone. Today is St. David's Day, patron saint of Wales, and so I brought a few Welsh symbols with me. My daffodil, my leek, and of course, a dragon. So happy St. David's Day to all Welsh members, everybody really. St. David was died in the year 601. Just a tiny little bit about him. He led a more austere life than all of his other monks, and he spent much time in prayer and teaching, and he cared and taught and fed all the needy folk and pilgrims who came to his monastery. He led a very difficult life, but he kept on with it all, which is quite a message for us in lockdown. So a prayer for St. David. God our Father, you gave the Bishop David to the Welsh Church to uphold the faith and to be an example of Christian perseverance. In this changing world, may his example hold us fast to the values which bring eternal life. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Thank you, Mr. Howe.
Thank you very much, Rev. Now, one of the most important aspects of this particular assembly is to give the pupils, to give you some certainty and clarity about your return to school, what it will look like and what the next few weeks will look like. And above all, we hope to be able to help you make the very best possible transition back to school life here at the college. I can just imagine that a certain Eddie Jones may have woken up this morning not very happy, but a certain Mr. Jones, the Shipley College Mr. Jones, has woken up very happy this morning after Wales's victory over England at the weekend. And he is going to give you some information about the academic side of school looking ahead. So over to you, Mr. Jones, and happy St. David's Day.
Diolch yn fawr, Mr. Howe. Bore pawb. Thank you very much, Mr. Howe, and good morning, everybody. And as the Rev said, Dydd Goel Dewi hapus I chi gyd. Happy St. David's Day to you all. So this time next week, you'll be watching this assembly back at college, and we're all looking forward to welcoming you back. We appreciate that it will take you a while to readjust to the routines of learning in the classroom again, and your teachers will give you help and support with this. We also know that despite your incredible efforts during lockdown, it's not the same as learning with your teachers in person. And for this reason, you can expect teachers to devote some time to reviewing, revising, and even reteaching some of the material covered during lockdown. So there really is nothing to worry about. Mocks, I can confirm that pupils in years 11 and 13 will have mocks just before the Easter holiday. And the mocks will run for 1 week from Monday the 22nd of March. There'll be just one paper per subject, and your teachers will confirm this week what will be included in these mocks. And it will definitely be work you've already covered. So that will give you 3 weeks, and 2 of those weeks of preparation will be back in college with your teachers. We've always said that we would rearrange the January mocks when we were able to, and they're a great opportunity for you to show your recent hard work. The mocks are also a very useful piece of evidence for us all as part of the teacher assessed grades process. And finally, on that, I will be writing to pupils in years 11 and 13, giving full details of this teacher assessed grades process and what this means for you. Have a great day, and importantly, see you next week. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now, we will see you this day next week, but of course, all of your parents have been emailed about the testing program that we are going to run at the end of this week and at the weekend. So again, everyone should know by now that on Friday, this Friday, the day pupils and flexi boarders will come in to be tested. And the test itself is nothing to be worried about at all. And then on Sunday, the boarders, whether you're a boarder who arrives normally on a Sunday or arrives normally on a Monday, we want you to arrive on the Sunday, and we again will test you so that we can start Monday, I suppose, with everybody with a clean bill of health. Again, we have consent forms which have been sent out to your parents. If you're below 16, your parents give consent for you to get a test. To those pupils who are 16 or over, you have been emailed forms directly to your Shipleck email addresses. Those are for you to complete to allow yourself to have a lateral flow test. Because you're 16 or older, we need your consent rather than your parents for this to happen. So if you haven't done so already, please can you complete those and send those back to Mrs. Green by the end of today. Now, over to Miss Hearn, who's going to tell us about a very important day coming up. Miss Hearn.
Thank you, Headmaster. I'm just going to share my screen with the assembly. So, Thursday, the 4th of March, a date in the diary that English teachers across the country have had for weeks and months now. Even though we are going to be remote learning, there are still going to be some activities that everybody, no matter what your age, no matter what your year group, can get involved in. So I just wanted to spend some time going through that just so you've got something to look forward to for Thursday. So number one, if you are in lower school, you will be taking part in a couple of activities. Number one, you are going to be reading a short story throughout the day, and this is going to be done with all of your teachers. So not just your English teachers, because of course we know that reading is not just something that English teachers do, everybody does it. In your English lessons as well, you are going to be taking part in a Hobbit escape room. Now, for all of you in year 7, you would have studied The Hobbit in autumn term, and year 8, you would have done that in year 7 anyway. So it's a good chance to go back to that book, which I know so many of you enjoyed reading last term. Now, for the rest of you, there are going to be some activities for you to get involved with as well. There's going to be a famous first lines quiz sent to all students with prizes on offer for the first students to send back their answers to me. And also, all of your teachers are going to be changing their Google Meet backgrounds to their very favourite book. And the idea of this is we're going to try and get you talking and just discussing books. And it could be that you have recommendations for your teachers, or maybe your teachers have recommendations for you. The whole point of World Book Day is to get you just talking about books, and that's what we really want from this. Now, for those of you who are used to World Book Day, you might be expecting a £1 token. And what World Book Day have done this year is they've extended the validity of their tokens. So you'll still get one on your return to school, and they're going to be valid until the 28th of March. And so with that token, you can take it to either a supermarket or any well-known bookstore and exchange it for a World Day book. And some of the books on offer this year are really, really good and really, really interesting. Or you can exchange them for to get £1 off any book or audio book of your choice. And finally, I don't know about anybody else, but during this time, I've actually really struggled reading a physical book. But what I have absolutely loved and really got into is audiobooks, and I will spend up to an hour every day on my walks listening to audiobooks. And I think this is something that World Book Day have realised as well. So what they're doing, which I think is really brilliant, is they are offering free audiobooks for anybody who wants them. So the address that I put on the bottom of this slide, your English teacher is going to share with you so that you can have a look at those audiobooks on offer and hopefully find something that you find interesting as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Hearn. Now, this is the highlight of Assembly. Last week, we had the inter-house singing competition and the masked singer. So to give you all the results and the big reveal, it is Mr. Curran.
Thank you, Headmaster. Happy St. David's Day, everyone. And I have the exciting job of revealing all of our masked singers, 5 pupils and 1 member of staff. It's also my pleasure to be announcing the winning house for House Singing 2021. I hope you enjoyed the competition on Wednesday and the lockdown format. I'd like to say a massive thank you to Mrs. Green for running all the live polls and sorting out all the media behind the scenes. That was not a mean feat, no mean feat. And also I'd like to thank all of the masked singers for being brave, representing their house and putting yourselves out there. So, without further ado, here we go. I would like to reveal that the masked singer of Burr House was?
David Gemmell.
Well done, David. The masked singer of Everett House was Henry Kunzig. The masked singer from Orchard House was Monty Greenaway. The masked singer from Skipwith House was
James Larking.
And the masked singer from Welsh House was
Isabel Blake Haworth.
Well done, guys. Fantastic. And our mystery guest singer from the teaching staff, I am delighted to announce, was
Miss Jones.
Superb performance, Miss Jones, and thank you for opting in and giving this a go as well. It was fantastic. Okay, so over to the rankings then. I'm going to present my screen at this point, actually, and show you the snazzy trophy that the winning house will be receiving next week when you're back. So this is it. In 5th place, Everett House. In 4th place, Orchard House. In 3rd place, Skipwith. And the winner of House Singing 2021 is, again, Welsh House. Congratulations. And well done, the runners-up Burr in 2nd place. Very well deserved. Thanks, everyone, for participating, and I look forward to seeing you at the next house event.
Thank you very much. Great to have so much fun and combining it with music at the same time. We have some birthdays happening this week. A very, very happy birthday today to Oscar Griffin. Happy birthday to Jet Dyson on Thursday, to Tom Houghton on Friday, and very happy birthdays to Jacob Morley and Drummond Surrey next Sunday. Now, it's not just about an academic return to school, it's also about looking after your well-being and making a smooth pastoral transition back to school. So over to Mr. Brown to talk you through some of the steps that we'll be taking here at school to make you as happy as possible when you return to the college.
Good morning, everybody. Happy St. David's Day. Just in case you're wondering, I have wished my neighbour in my office next door to me a happy St. David's Day and congratulated him on the rugby on Saturday. I've even said that if he wishes, he may dress Craig the Skeleton in Welsh rugby kit tomorrow. So apologies we didn't get that organised for today. Anyway, next Monday, there's a tangible sense of excitement around the college for those of us that are on site at the moment about next Monday. And we are really, really looking forward to welcoming you all back. We realise, though, that some of you will be nervous. Some of you, I'm sure, will just get on with it and you'll be absolutely fine. But I'm sure there will, from some of you, be some nerves, some trepidation on coming back. And we want to make sure that you know what is happening. So Mr. Jones has told you about plans for the academic return. The headmaster's already mentioned the plans to test people before you come back on that Monday. It's really important as well that we give you a chance just to settle back in and to settle back in fairly gently. So the shape of the Monday morning will be slightly different. You won't be straight back into lessons. There will be house meetings, there will be tutor meetings, and really just to give you guys a chance to chat to each other, to reconnect with each other. That is so very important. This is important for staff, it's important for pupils. So getting the balance right is crucially important. There'll be a program, a weekly program run by a really good mental health charity, Place to Be, where we'll be looking at different themes each week. The pastoral support, as usual, will be there. The usual people that you can turn to. Obviously your friends, people within your house, staff in your house. You know that the Rev is always available. All the usual pastoral channels are there to support you. We're going to have the school counsellor, Samantha Macdonald, in a bit more over the next couple of weeks. She will be available 1 or 2 hours a week for you to drop in and to chat. Somebody slightly detached from school, You might have questions about your emotions about returning to school, or you might have worries that you'd like to tell someone who, as I say, is not a regular member of staff. So she will be around, and we'll make sure you know where she will be and how you can contact her. There'll be forums. I'm going to return to my year group forums. I'm going to have 2 a week where I'll meet members of one particular year group in rotation, just to take a sort of health check, if you like, to see what the feeling, what the mood in each year group is. So look out for that, and please offer for your housemasters to attend those to represent your year group. So lots of opportunities to chat. We are aware of some of you who are particularly nervous about coming back, or maybe some of you who've had particularly upsetting experiences during lockdown, and we will absolutely make sure that you guys are looked after. We all think that sport and co-curricular will be a massive way of getting back to know each other. So please throw yourselves into your sporting opportunities. There will be some sport on Saturday mornings as well. And we know from last time that that's just a wonderful opportunity to run around, to reconnect with each other. We've also asked, and we'll be sending a link to your parents, also asked for you and your families to do a bit of preparation this week. Find out about the routine. Maybe get back into a school day routine during this week. Get up at the normal time that you would be getting up, have breakfast, get your stuff ready, maybe the night before. So prepare yourself, prepare your body clock for next Monday. Make sure that you're up in time to be able to get your bus. And likewise, sleep in the evening. Make sure that you wind down during the evenings and get some decent sleep. And there'll be more advice about good sleep sort of patterns throughout the week. Maybe set some goals. I'm going to ask your tutors this week to look at a really good little video clip from another mental health charity about setting some goals, some achievable goals, something that you can challenge yourself with and then feel good about actually achieving those goals. So lots to think about. Routine wise, you need to know that routine when you get back will be pretty much the same as when you came back last time. So there won't be many surprises. And I know, in fact, I think it was Mr. Curran's tutor group were talking about return to school, and they said they felt slightly more confident about coming back to school this time because the routine will be the same. Meal times will be the same. You'll be in the same bubbles. The one-way systems, that we love one-way systems, those will be the same. And obviously we ask you to observe those really, really carefully, because that's all about looking after each other. So all of that will be the same. The only change will be that the government has said that pupils should be wearing face masks in lessons. So that'll be different. But apart from that, on the whole, things will remain the same. Your timetables are the same. The classes that you'll be taught in are the same. So I've listed a lot of things, but I hope maybe that will put some minds at rest. The work that you do this week with tutors, the information that we send out to you and your parents this week, please have a look at it. There's some fantastic advice out there. Don't be brave. Don't be sort of, denying the fact that it might be tough. And if you do start to find it tough in whatever way, please be honest and open with us. There's loads of help. There's lots and lots of people to listen to. So we're really looking forward to seeing you on the 8th. And if there is anything, please, please, please mention it and talk to people. Thank you, Headmaster.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brown. Also, just to mention that next Monday, we will not have a full school assembly on the Monday morning. You will be going into your houses, but we will have our full school assembly live streamed at 8:20 on the Tuesday morning instead, allowing you just to get to see each other in your houses and get reacquainted. Now, finally this evening, we finish off our run of Monday evening conversations with amazing people. And our final guest this evening at 7 p.m. is rowing royalty. And it is Sir Matthew Pinsent, who is one of Team GB's greatest Olympians with gold medals in 4 successive Olympics. And he's also one of the nicest men that you will possibly meet and hear from. So while I'm sure that our rowers will all want to hear from Sir Matthew, this is another amazing opportunity for everyone to listen to an absolute legend of world sport. Heroes of Shiplake, We are looking forward to seeing you next Monday. But let's try and finish as strongly as we can. This week is like a penalty in the last couple of minutes of a game. Without any fuss, let's put the ball into the back of the net. I'm very proud of your efforts, and I know that you will work hard with your teachers this week. Have a productive and very strong final week of lockdown.